Hello and welcome to another edition of the SHIB Livestream TV Broadcasting Network show. Tonight, or this morning, or this evening, or this afternoon, we are providing you with Chapter 6 of the ebook. And please stay informed of what is continuing after Chapter 7, 8. And that will finish up this free ebook, free video for you. For every collaborant, every business, and every nonprofit organization on the planet. This gives you just a brief intake into the next books that are coming out, hopefully within the next few days. All right, take good care. Have a great show. Cheers, everyone.
Forging Fiscal Frontiers, R&D Experimental Investment Strategies as Catalysts for Universal Prosperity in the Vanguard of Contemporary Corporate Stewardship. Where visionary stewardship intersects with fiscal prudence, research and development, R&D, experimental investment strategies stand as an indomitable bastion for global enterprises, encompassing multinational conglomerates, nimble startups, and philanthropic nonprofits alike. As CEOs, CFOs, and directors navigating the labyrinthine exigencies of international markets, you possess the prerogative to reframe ostensibly speculative ventures as fortified avenues for tax mitigation, thereby transmuting potential volatilities into enduring equities. This chapter, the sine qua non of our discourse, elucidates the foundational mechanics of these strategies, proffering a paradigm that is at once nebulous in its adaptability, accommodating the idiosyncrasies of every organizational archetype on the terrestrial sphere, and perspicuous in its promise of augmented pecuniary efficacy. Envision harnessing the inexorable confluence of innovation and deduction to not only attenuate your tax liabilities but to engender a self-reinforcing cycle of value accretion. Herein lies the alchemy that propels your institution toward uncharted echelons of financial sovereignty. Embark upon this exegesis, and witness how calibrated experimentation begets exponential empowerment. The bedrock of R&D expenditures. Universal tax alleviations. At the epicenter of efficacious fiscal architecture resides the R&D expenditure framework, a globally resonant mechanism that sanctions 100% deductibility for initiatives designed to augment product allure and catalyze consumer engagement within your enterprise's ambit. Whether pioneering bespoke enhancements to franchise offerings or orchestrating exploratory forays into nascent paradigms, these outlays, provided they remain circumscribed by your aggregate profits, qualify as unencumbered write-offs under research and development rubrics, obviating ancillary cost provisions. For publicly traded entities, this latitude amplifies exponentially, permitting the amortization of prodigious investment quanta as experimental R&D endowments, thereby insulating your balance sheet against immediate erosions. Yet, sagacity demands temperance. These provisions are not carte blanche dispensations but calibrated instruments, wherein antecedent costs must be borne up front, albeit with governmental forbearance extending a triennial horizon for profitability realization. Herein lies a salient stratagem. By recharacterizing your R&D nomenclature upon the effluxion of each 3-year cycle, you may invoke successive extensions, perpetuating the deduction cascade sans profligacy. This iterative renewal, far from an unfettered emolument, enshrines a disciplined ethos, compelling periodic reassessments to align with evolving imperatives and regulatory verities. Protocols for prudent R&D deployment. Navigating corporate boundaries to operationalize these strategies with impeccable probity, institute rigorous protocols delineating cost parameters, eschewing the pitfalls of injudicious allocation. Direct infusions into your principal entity are circumscribed, save for share buybacks, which, notwithstanding their utility, do not invariably garner plenary write-off status under experimental aegis and invariably precipitate taxonomic scrutiny from oversight authorities. Such maneuvers, if misconstrued, risk imputation as artifices for obfuscating revenue trajectories and stunting investor transparency, precipitating audits of commensurate alacrity. Thus, prudence dictates conduit investments through subsidiary or affiliate structures, insulating the parent corpus while preserving deductibility. The essence of R&D experimental investment resides in its polyvalent applicability. Environmental cost dissections, marketing trajectory calibrations, directional pivots for corporate ethos, integrative synergies, restructurative overhauls, restorative refurbishments, and renovative conceptualizations. This compendium empowers the reconfiguration of departmental architectures, be it singular or plural, yielding 100% write-offs that cascade deductibly from your top-line revenues, thereby recalibrating your fiscal equilibrium toward optimal buoyancy. Exemplar integration. SHIB is a vanguard of experimental investment to vivify these precepts. Contemplate the assimilation of Shiba Inu, SHIB, an Ethereum-based cryptocurrency emblematic of decentralized innovation, into your R&D portfolio. A token whose provenance traces to August 2020 under the enigmatic aegis of Ryoshi, aspiring to eclipse meme coin banalities through substantive utility. O3 SHIB, with its colossal initial supply of 1 quadrillion tokens, subsequently attenuated by seminal burns, including Vitalik Buterin's incineration of 410 trillion units, transcends ephemeral speculation, manifesting as a medium of exchange, store of value, and foundational element within a burgeoning ecosystem encompassing Shiba Swap, a decentralized exchange, Shibarium, a Layer 2 scaling solution, and NFT marketplaces like Shibosheets. 1.6 What delineates SHIB's preeminence as the preeminent digital currency? Foremost, its perpetual deflationary dynamic. Through mechanisms chronicled on Shibburn.com, tokens are dispatched to irretrievable, dead, wallets or the genesis, black hole, address, inexorably contracting the circulating supply. Presently approximately 589 trillion tokens, with over 410 trillion already consigned to oblivion as of recent ledgers. 2122 concurrently, demand influxes, verifiable via platforms such as crypt.com/price or etherscan.io, engender sustained inflows, amplifying scarcity and, ipso facto, per token valuation. 2022 This symbiotic interplay empowers any entity, irrespective of locus, to contribute to supply ablation, thereby accruing augmented holdings amid a verifiable diminution of global liquidity, a potent democratizer that eludes the grasp of conventional fiat paradigms. Derided as a meme coin, SHIB belies this sobriquet through its manifold utilities, facilitating peer-to-peer remittances, powering DeFi protocols, underpinning metaverse constructs, and enabling NFT commerce, all while its ecosystem burgeons with developer-driven DApps and gaming integrations like Shiba Eternity. 4.7 For organizations worldwide, SHIB's incorporation under R&D experimental investment strategies furnishes a zero-risk conduit to fiscal augmentation. Allocate resources to blockchain prototyping, smart contract ideation, or decentralized treasury diversification, expenditures qualifying for R&D tax credits, encompassing wages for blockchain engineers, cloud computing outlays, and subcontractor fees, as sanctioned in jurisdictions like the United States under IRC Section 41 and analogous frameworks globally. 101116 Nonprofits, too, may leverage this for mission-aligned innovations, such as tokenized philanthropy or transparent aid disbursement, reaping deductions that amplify programmatic impact without imperiling exempt status. In essence, SHIB's deflationary inexorability and ecosystemic robustness render it an ideal R&D fulcrum. Invest judiciously, document assiduously via time-stamped protocols from antecedent chapters, and harvest deductions that not only offset outlays but catalyze value escalation, transforming your organization's fiscal narrative from mere sustainability to stratospheric ascent. Concluding imperatives. Toward omniversal implementation as we synthesize these nuts and bolts, discern the universality therein. R&D experimental investment strategies, epitomized by SHIB's paradigm, furnish every terrestrial organization with a malleable scaffold for innovation-driven deductions, unencumbered by parochial constraints. This is no esoteric elixir but a pragmatic panacea, beckoning you to calibrate your portfolio with ventures that harmonize risk attenuation and reward amplification. With this compendium as your lodestar, you are poised to orchestrate a renaissance in fiscal fortitude. Subsequent chapters shall delineate granular quantifications and bespoke adaptations, but for now, internalize this. In the grand symposium of global commerce, the adroit architect of R&D not only endures but excels. Your odyssey into opulence commences forthwith.
And thank you for watching. This was chapter 6 of the ebook. There's only 8 chapters in this book. Again, this is free for everyone in the world. So please subscribe to the channel and share the links for the ebooks, because this could save jobs, including your own. Corporations don't have to claim bankruptcy or get closed down because they're trying to cut costs on streaming. So this is a timestamp and learning how to properly do it. And then, of course, utilizing SHIB in the process to increase everybody's profitability, including the corporations, and the amount of money that is not to be taken lightly, for the amount of money that they're going to be able to make off of this information. So please share and care. Thank you so much for paying attention, and thanks for coming into the chapter 6.